Brilliant goal! What an equaliser!
Ya lo hace, pierna derecha, directo al arco. ¡Golazo! ¡Golazo!
Lovely footwork from him. He dances through!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the CRIC Euro 2012 review show. I'm Andrew Richards, and I'm joined by my special guest here, Prince Njoku. Now, Prince is a student studying at CRIC, so Prince, whereabouts are you from?
Oh, I'm Nigerian.
Nigerian,
From
okay.
The eastern part of Nigeria.
The eastern part of Nigeria, okay. And could you tell the audience a little bit about your course, what you're studying?
Oh, I'm in my first year of biomedical science in CRIC, and CRIC has been a really nice environment for me, and I encourage you guys. It's a very good place to come and study.
That's very nice of Prince to say that. Trust me, I didn't tell him to say that. They're his own words. Okay, now let's get on to the real reason we're here, football. Now, Prince, you're obviously a big football fan.
Yeah.
What team do you support?
I support obviously the best team in London. Arsenal.
What, Tottenham?
No, support Arsenal.
Arsenal?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
a Arsenal lad.
Well, of course, we're obviously not going to get on straight away there. As you all know, I'm a Spurs fan, so we'll see how this show goes, eh? So, you're from Nigeria, so you're obviously a big Nigerian fan.
Yeah, Nigeria plays some really good football. Like,
Okay.
the best team in Africa, arguably.
Yeah, I'd argue with that as well. Okay, now, let's get on away with the tournament. And what a great start we had. The tournament started without a hitch, and we had some really surprise results, so let's get straight into the action. Hey, the opening game, which featured Poland and Greece, ended 1-1. The second game in the group ended 4-1 to Russia. Let's move on to Group B, and the first game ended Denmark 1, Holland 0. The second game in the group was Germany 1, Portugal 0. Moving on to Group C. The opening game in Group C was Spain versus Italy. That ended 1-1 too. The second game in the group was Republic of Ireland 1, Croatia 3. Moving on to Group D. The opening game in Group D was England versus France. That also finished 1-1. And the final game in Group D ended Ukraine 2, Sweden 1. So they're the results from the first round of the Euro 2012 tournament. I'm welcoming Prince back to the show now, and we're going to talk about a couple of the games. And let's start with the opening game, which ended 1-1 between Poland and Greece. And so this game had everything, didn't it, Prince? We had sending offs, we had red cards, we had goals, we had penalty saves. What are your thoughts on the game?
I think it was very much a very good game. You know, the Polish side coming out at the goal host, scoring the first goal. I think there was very much moral boosting. And for the Greek side, I have to give them some kind of kudos for like coming behind and 10 men down, coming to get an equaliser. That was pretty hard, but I have to give them all.
Yeah, that's right, because they did have a man sent off pretty early on for two very dubious yellow cards, I thought. I thought the referee was very harsh on the Greek centre half there. But they kind of come back into the game after that, didn't they?
Yeah, I think the referee's decision, I have to say, was very bad because it was harsh on some of the players. And Chesney getting the red card, a bit of inexperience from me.
Yeah, well, you know, I think, you know, if a guy's going through one-on-one, goalkeeper comes out and brings him down, there's only one result, and that's a sending off. But yeah. I agree, Chesney has done that a few times this season for Arsenal, hasn't he? Yeah. Showing his inexperience. So, but there you go. I mean, so that's the first game. Okay. Moving on to the second game, and it's the big shock of the tournament so far. That's the Denmark 1, Holland 0 result. So, I mean, who could have seen that coming?
Really, no one could have seen that coming because Netherlands came in as clear favourites to win the game, and we'd be surprised seeing Denmark taking the early goal.
But I mean, you've got to remember that Denmark won the tournament in 1992, so they used to be an underdogs in tournament, and they actually won their group in the qualifying. So, as much as people say it's a big shock, you know, I think Holland looked pretty tired in the game as well. They had 27 shots on goal, but they just couldn't convert. And your man, Robin van Persie, you know, great season for Arsenal, but has he burnt out a bit? What do you think?
No, I don't think so. I think it's one of those days you don't have to perform every time. You don't perform actually every time. I think he really went into the game to get the win, obviously, for his country. But I think it wasn't just his day.
Do you think it's a fact of the matter that he's at Arsenal, and at Arsenal he's the big star, and then he comes into the Dutch team, and you know there's lots of stars around there, and he kind of, you know, he goes from being a big fish in a small pond to a small fish in a big pond, or, you know, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, the game was really nice, but I think they didn't create enough chances.
Okay, now let's move on to the England game, and you know, I've been waiting to talk about this one. I feel England had a good performance. A lot of people wrote England off against France, said even the French thought they would beat. 75% of people in France thought they'd beat England in that game. They went 1-0 up England. Great free kick from Steven Gerrard and a great header from Jolyon Lescott. That's his first international goal. Then they kind of sat back a bit, didn't they? They defended a bit, and you know, Sami Nasri come in and scored a goal, scored past his teammate Joe Hart, and Joe Hart will be gutted to be beating his near post like that. But you know, people are saying that England have been a bit negative. I think, you know, being defensive, there's nothing wrong with that when you're playing a team like France. I thought they played well. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they really played well, but as you said, I think they should have gone for the attack more. But they really sat back. But overall, the performance was above expectations.
Yeah, but you've got to understand they're playing a team like France, and France haven't lost for 21 games. So, you know, you expect a certain level of attacking football, but against a team like France, you know, you've got to defend as well. So, you know, I think they done well, and you know, okay. So that's the games reviewed. 3 of the best games picked there, I feel. Thanks for your insight on that, Prince. Now, let's talk about so far players of the tournament. Now, I picked him out at the start of the tournament to shine for the Ukraine. My player of the tournament so far is Andrei Shevchenko. Earlier I said, you know, 35, has he still got it? He certainly showed it in the opening game against Sweden, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Okay. Yeah, he did. He was very good at the tournament, scoring 2 goals for his side at 35 years. People thought he was very much the finished article. But he came in and scored 2 goals, and I think it was good.
Yeah, he certainly did. I mean, who's your player of the tournament so far?
I have to go for the current top goal scorer, the Russian lad Jakoev, scoring 2 goals in the first game and scoring 1 more in the second game. I think it's been really great.
Yeah, I mean, he's been brilliant, isn't he? He's only 21, you've got to remember that. Playing for CSKA in Moscow, he's coming off the back of a great season with them, and he really looks to finish article, didn't he, for the Russians there?
Yeah, it's been really good. And tipping he might go further. If Russia has to go through to qualify through the group stage, I think he might go further to win the top goal scorer. Who knows? Yeah,
who knows? And of course, he's only a midfielder as well, attacking midfielder. But so far, we haven't seen much from the big players, the Cristiano Ronaldo's, Xavi hasn't really done much, has he? We saw flashes of Iniesta's brilliance, but so far it's been the younger, more inexperienced players to come through, apart from Shevchenko, of course. But okay, well, Prince, thank you for coming on our show.
All right.
It's been a pleasure. I'm Andy Richards, and please tune in for our next show.